Welcome back. So in this lecture, let's talk about dynamic dropdown, which is this. So first, let's try to understand why I am calling this dropdown as dynamic dropdown. Because these drop-down options are loaded only after you select this drop-down. Okay, so now when you try to get arrival city options, you see that they are blank. They will get loaded only after you select any city here. Okay, so let me select Chennai, and then you see these options are loaded. So these are loaded based upon user actions. That's why we call these drop downs as dynamic drop downs. And technically, I'll show you what exactly um, you see difference compared to other drop downs here. So first of all, I'll go to inspect. Now to write an XPath or CSS to find this Chennai, either you can write it from console by selecting this, or you can use ChroPath plugin. Remember, I have told how this plugin works in my previous lecture. You can get it for Chrome browser. If you have not done yet, just go and say ChroPath plugin. Okay, so I think it's recently added for Firefox as well, but I'm not sure how much stable it is. I already have in my machine, so that's why I would get it as remove from Chrome. For you, it will come as add this extension for Chrome. Okay, so you can get this ChroPath. So once you get this, you will find it here. Now, I'll write an XPath here for this Chennai. So / tag name at the rate of what is attribute. Let me select value. Okay, MAA. This is an XPath to select this. I hope you guys are familiar with this syntax because we have been doing this from last few lectures. It's just a customized XPath / tag name at the rate attribute equals to value. All right. Now copy this entire XPath and again refresh the browser, and now I'm going to show you why I am calling this drop downs are dynamic. Now when you give this XPath here and press enter, you see that it says no matching nodes found. That means there is no XPath with Chennai on this screen for now, but this dynamic drop down will load once you select open this departure city. All the options related to the departure city will be loaded, and now when you hit this, you see one matching node found. Okay, so you got now Chennai, which is highlighted here. Now you need to select Chennai in arrival city. Let's say that you have selected some Bengaluru in the from option, and now you need to select Chennai. So before you open this two drop down, you have one matching node, right? And now again when you open this two drop down, all these options are also loaded along with from option, and now when you hit enter, two matching nodes are found. You see that Chennai. So that means one belongs to from option, one belongs to option. Okay, so like that totally there are two matching nodes found when you have this. Now the problem with dynamic drop downs is, now when you ask this, let's say in from option you select Bengaluru BLR. First I'll copy this and I'll go back to the Eclipse. So till this step you are fine, right? It's just setting up the system property of Chrome driver and you are hitting spicejet.com. So for me, okay, this is an XPath for Chennai. Let me comment it for now before I write the code. And let's also take for Bengaluru Where is that Bengaluru? I can get it from here because when I select from option Bengaluru, you will not get it again in this to option. It's a BLR, that's it. Remaining everything is same, it's just a value attribute change. Yeah, one matching node found right now because arrival city is not loaded. Okay, so you guys will, if you want to give from option as Bengaluru and to option as Chennai, you can say give this XPath initially and matching node is found, it will click on this. Now open the arrival city, you will spy this Chennai and again you will give this XPath, isn't it, to select Chennai, which is what we do. But now what happens when you do like this? Will it select Chennai in the to option? No. Why? Because it is returning multiple options and Selenium by default scans from top left and whatever the first option it found, it will click on it. But where is the first option? First option is present in this from drop down. Okay, with this XPath, two nodes are found, right? When you select second option, you see that it's highlighting as red. But when you select first option, it's not highlighting. And when you open this, and now you come to first option, yeah, you see that it's highlighting in the from drop down, but you want to select Chennai in the second drop down. You got it? So your test will fail if you give simply like this in your to drop down. Okay, so that's the reason. So what you do? In this case, when two nodes are found, you need to explicitly tell Selenium click on second XPath, not on the first XPath. Okay, if you give clearly that information, then Selenium will go and identify the second XPath and it will select something on the to drop option. Okay, so how to give or how to tell Selenium to click on the second one? So in that case, you have to wrap your entire XPath in brackets and say for this whole XPath, go and select second index. And now you hit an enter, you see that only one matching node is found this time. And that matching node is nothing but your destination, to drop down matching node, which is a desired one. And now your test will go and click on this. Okay, so let's try to write a code practically and see what's happening. Okay, so that's the theory part, and now let me write the code and explain you. Driver dot, first we will select from option, and but before this drop down gets opened, first you have to select on this, right? Then only this pop-up will open. So first spy on this box, and this is an ID, right? I will use just ID, or I can use CSS, driver dot find element by dot ID. When you have ID, you can blindly go with that because that's a unique thing compared to XPath or CSS. Right, so this will open the drop down like this, and here you have to select Bengaluru, and you need not give anything, any index concept here, because this is the first drop down. Though there are 5 different Bengaluru options present on the screen, Selenium scans from top left and it will first identify this from drop down and it will select this only. By default, if there are 5 options present, it will click the first result. So obviously, which is from option. So though it have multiple indexes, you need not worry if it is from case, because that's the first option. But you should take care for to drop down, because that's not the first by default Selenium identifies. It's the second one. So if you blindly give without providing any index, it will still search in this from drop down only. Okay, now this is Chennai. By seeing this, first of all, you will not get an idea of all these dynamic thing index, right? Blindly, including me, will write this XPath simply driver dot find element. With the concepts what we learned till now, we will simply put this XPath, isn't it? For the first time, we really don't care about all these. Okay, here it is Bangalore BLR. Okay, and here it is Chennai. Tag name, attribute, value. I'm not giving any index right now. Let the script fail and then we will see how to fix that with index, which we saw just now. Okay, so one more thing, after you select Bengaluru, this pop-up is opening by default. So you need not again select this to open. For the first time you have to select this. So that's why I have given dot click this step. But once you select any option, then by default it opens. But it might take some 1 or 2 seconds to open this. Just to avoid any synchronization issues, I am putting sleep right now, thread.sleep. So this step is used in any Java programming language to hold or to pass your test. When I give 2000, it's 2000 milliseconds and 2 seconds. And move your cursor on it and say add throws declaration. It may not be the best practice to use sleeps in your test, but in our next lectures, I'm going to talk about explicit wait and implicit wait, and there you can get rid of all these sleeps and use that wait mechanism. But before going till that lecture, for now, I'm just using the sleep here, just in case if it takes any minute second to open this drop down. Okay, let's run this test and see what happens. In general, it should pass because we have provided right XPath, right IDs, everything right. And you know the reason why it fails. So let it fail first so that you will know the reason, and then let's go and fix that. Okay, so it clicked on Bangalore. But you see that it did not click on Chennai and test is failed. Okay, it says element not visible. Why it is not visible? This is open, right? It's saying that I could not see the element. Element is present, but error is I could not see it. Why it could not see it? Because two matchings are found, right? By default, you did not say Selenium to click on any one thing, so it will click on first one. But first one got closed. It's looking for the first one Chennai from option, but after you select Bengaluru, this is minimized. So it is saying that I am trying to click on Chennai, which is present in from drop down, because you did not tell me which index to click. So I will go and click on by default first one. But when I am trying to click, this is minimized. So element is not visible for me. And it has thrown error saying that element not visible. So by reading this error, you should understand that something is wrong. Okay, your XPath is correct. If XPath is wrong, error will be like XPath not found. Okay, but here error is not related to your XPath. So don't think that I have given wrong XPath and let me correct it and try for a different attribute. Firstly, read your error log carefully. Exception itself will give you 90% clue. And when you give wrong XPath, total error message will be different. Okay, now let me show you. What if you provide wrong XPath? Provide random like this. I am pretty sure that there is no XPath itself on the page with this. You see that there is no XPath itself, right? And now when you run this test again, let's see how the error logs looks like. I want to show you all this because when something is failed, you should able to fix yourself. Okay, that troubleshooting mechanism we need to know when you are working on real time. So you cannot just ask any of our peer members or Google all the time if something went wrong. So in this lecture, I will also show how you will come across all these real-time examples. Okay, now test is failed. And now you see, read this error message again. Unable to locate element, no such element. It clearly says that element itself is not present. Okay, the XPath what you gave itself is not present on the screen. When you see these kind of error, that means your XPath is wrong. But earlier your XPath is correct only, but element is not in a visible mode. When you see like this, then the only thing which should strike in your mind is index. So in that case, when you see like this, element not visible, come here and use ChroPath and first understand like how many nodes it is having. Okay, because if I directly show like this and provide index, students will definitely have a doubt that how would I know that it have two indexes, or how would I know whether something is dynamic or not. Okay, that's the reason I am showing you these error messages. Based upon this error message, you should get a clue that there is something called index concept, and then use ChroPath and do all these validations. Two matching nodes is found, and here I want a second. Perfect. And it says now only one matching found, which is this. The only, if you have three matching nodes and if you want to click on third one and give like this third, but right now we don't have it. The only thing is second. And now you go and pass this and run this test. It will successfully select Chennai from the 2 drop down. And yes, when you write this code for first time, even I did not put this 2 index. Okay, so do not get panicked that how would I know that this concept has to be used like this. I too written normal XPath, it failed, but based upon that element not visible exception, I troubleshooted with ChroPath and then I came to know. So you also have to come to know like this by reading the error message. It selected Bengaluru and 2 seconds. You see that it selected Chennai. Done. And there is no error message. You are all done. Perfect. Test is also completed. And this is how you have to handle dynamic drop-down. Not only dynamic drop-down, that could be any dynamic UI present in the screen. You should take care of how many instances your XPath have on the screen. Alright. That's all I have for this lecture. Thank you guys.